So here, let's see what we have. This is probably I think my 7th time recording this, man. I don't know, it doesn't save the whole thing, so I'm uploading the video to YouTube. So look, they just give you the problem here, right? And they're telling you these two things about it. So anywhere you have an x, you can just imagine that you have a 3, right? So anywhere you have x in the problem, you can imagine that you have a 3. Anywhere you have a y, you can imagine that you have 4, right? X plus 3y squared. Where is notability? Okay. Let's see what we have here. X was all in parentheses, remember? I forgot to do that. So you have x plus 3y equals something. We don't know what it is yet, right? We gotta solve for that. X is 3 and y -4. Yay, you get to deal with negative numbers now. Congratulations. Okay, it's not a big deal. Just remember, for negative numbers, when you're multiplying them, so if you have a positive number times positive number, you should end up with positive. If you end up with a negative number times a negative number, you should end up with positive. If you end up with a positive and a negative, you end up with a negative. Just think of it as like two positive people will have a positive relationship. Two negative people will have a positive relationship together, but one positive person, one negative person will have a negative relationship, right? I mean, I'm sure that's not how it works, but you can imagine it like that. Anyways, let's get back to the fun part. Okay. So remember this is a very important concept. Order of operations. PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You have to understand this concept. I'm gonna keep repeating it, but you have to understand this concept. If you don't understand this concept, you will mess up in so many like easy problems. You have to understand it. So you have to start from left and go to the right. Okay. So here in this problem here, you know what? Let's move the problem down here. Is better for us. Here is good. Okay, so let's check. Just go from left to right. Okay. Okay. So P is parentheses. Do we have parentheses in our problem here? We sure do. We got parentheses right here. These are parentheses, right? So when you have parentheses, you have to do whatever's inside the parentheses first. Whatever's inside, you gotta do that first. Okay? But you also have to apply this rule to whatever's inside the parentheses. The order of operations, the PEMDAS rule, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally rule, you have to apply that to whatever's in here, okay? So, let's, I think you should be okay with just plugging in the numbers. So you have 3 and -4. So you have 3, right? You have 3. Simple. Plus. But remember, look, 3 times -4, right? If you have a negative number, what I would do is put them in parentheses, because it helps you keep track of the signs. So you have 3 and you're multiplying it. Remember, when you have like 3y, 10x, you're multiplying those. by -4. Okay? Yes, we added our own parentheses. That's fine. It's okay. It's going to help us. This is going to help us keep track of our signs. So you got to apply that rule again, remember? So right now when you plugged these numbers in, when you plugged in 3 and -4, you didn't do anything with this yet. You did nothing with pandas. Now we're going to do that. Do we have exponents in here? Yes, we do. Remember, you have exponent, I'm sorry. Do we have parentheses? Yes, we do. These are parentheses right here. But you gotta apply that rule again. Do we have parentheses? Yes. We made our own parentheses right here, right? To keep track of the numbers. Even if we don't have parentheses, in here, it would still be 3 times -4, which is multiplication. Which right here? Look, P, E, M. So we want in there, even if we don't have parentheses inside, and we don't have exponents, we still have multiplication. So we didn't really change anything. So what we do is now we do whatever inside the exponent, whatever's inside the parentheses. So 3. Let's do red. 3 plus 3 times -4 is going to give you -12. Keep it inside the parentheses. Okay? For now, keep it. So now you have 3 plus -12. All of this is being squared, okay? So now you can kind of get rid of the parentheses now. You'll have 3 plus, it's gonna be okay, so imagine how can I say this? 3 plus -12. Imagine you have